Hello, 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 everyone. Welcome in, welcome in. I hope you are doing well. It is Sunday again, and we are back with some more Syberia. Okay, heading back into the game. So last time the game crashed just as we were about to go head into the factory again and use that little music cylinder that we got. So let's go back now and do that. I've saved exactly where the game crashed. I did go in before or after the stream ended, replayed everything and just verified that it was working, and as you can see we are back on it again. It has been a very quite productive day, Trillo, yeah, and I feeling good about it.
If that's
A little cutscene.
Where are you hiding? We've got to go home. We're late. Very late. Anna, over there. What do you mean, over there? Please, Hans. We've got to go. It's a secret. You've got to swear. Okay. I, Anna Vorarlberg, swear to my brother Hans to never, ever mention this to anyone.
It's right there! You see? But it's dark in there. Don't worry, I took a lantern. From the factory. Girls, honestly. You won't look so clever when Father notices you've stolen one of his lanterns. Oh, I'm all covered in mud because of you. Look, Anna. Look. I've seen paintings like this in a library book. They're like... You swore, Anna. It's a secret between you and me. Hey, look. There's something else up there. Oh, come on. It's like a toy. I have to have it. Give me some light. But Hans, it's much too high. Do be careful, Hans. Hans, be careful!
For weeks, my brother lay in a coma, hanging between life and death. And then one morning he opened his eyes, but I knew he would never be the same again. We never did return to the cave, and to this day, I have never ever betrayed our secret.
So a little cutscene that showed us what happened that day in the cave, and what she wrote about in her diary as well, that we read last time. But that should be everything, I believe, to get on the train and tell Oscar we can get going. No, I will leave it this way. No, it's not this way. It is this way. So even the train is powered by a wind-up system, as you noticed last time. It's a very strange, because if you do that, then of course every station that you stop by needs to have a wind-up functionality, right? And you could ask yourself how that would work going forward. When you change countries or even just cities. Hi, Oscar.
And if I were to watch one of those cylinders again?
Okay, I can pick them up and... well, I guess we've already... That's more like just like a song, right? It's double music now. Couldn't really hear it. Oh well. Let's talk to Oscar and get this show on the road. Taking the train.
It's me again, Oscar.
Hello, Kate Walker.
Why aren't we setting off, Oscar?
I must abide by regulations. Your ticket, please, Kate Walker.
Don't think for one moment that I'm bored of you, Oscar, but I have to go.
I also have much to attend to, Kate Walker.
Okay, no. Here and ticket to Oscar.
Right, everything is in order then. The train is finally ready to leave.
I am most terribly embarrassed. Such ignorance on my part is inadmissible. I hope you still have confidence in my abilities, Kate Walker. Please return to your seat and we can leave.
Finally.
I like the train. I think it's looks pretty cool. Driving all night. Next stop.
Where are we, Oscar?
At the halls of residence of Barockstadt University.
And do we really have to stop here?
The situation is incompatible with the pursuit of our journey.
What are you waiting for then? Wind them up, find a way. There must be some sort of train winding thing just laying around in this weirdo station.
I have seen nothing that fits that description, Kate Walker.
I guess we'd better find out then.
I do not like this station. The atmospheric humidity is detrimental to my sophisticated wheel workings. I will wait for you inside the train.
Wimp. Oscar, there's no way you could help me find a way to wind the train back up again?
Rust awaits my every movement if I leave this train, Kate Walker. And what would you do with a rusty engine driver?
Not a lot, I suppose. This train might be a wonder of technology, but the engine's limited autonomy is a liability. You got to admit that.
I am afraid I refuse to entertain this consideration, Kate Walker.
Oscar, see you later, alligator.
In a while, Kate Walker.
In a while. Okay. Let's go this side first. They look like small dinosaurs, right? Rather than just birds. Skinny dinosaur turkeys.
Can't go that way.
Can't go that way. Okay. So nothing else to do here then. I remember this place being really, really tricky when I first played it. This game maxing out Trilo's system resources when it first came out. Yeah. It's a very sophisticated game for coming out in 2005.
No point. It's locked.
More locked stuff. Barockstadt.
That looks broken.
In case of problems, contact the following number. Wenn Probleme, ein Goldnummer telefonieren. 27666742. Maybe we should try and remember that.
I need a key.
I need a key. We're back at it, guys. We need a key.
No point. It's locked.
Let's look on the other side of the train. The side we didn't get off on. See if there's anything on that side we can pick up or take with us. Ooh, another bird. Wow, everything looks in ruins. Like after a war.
That thing looks like the winding machine I used in the Valladolid station. I've got to find a way of getting the train up here.
So that's the goal. Getting the train up here to wind it up so we can then move forward. Can't do anything else here at the moment either. No. Okay. Let's get out of the station then. See where we are and what we are doing.
Kate Walker! Kate Walker! Come over here, please! I have something to say to you!
Sounded like he was in distress or something.
Yes, Oscar, what is it?
A message has arrived for you.
A message?
You have been summoned to see the rectors. They are the highest authority at the university. They want to talk to you.
Talk to me?
Yes, to the person responsible for the train.
So, I'm in charge now, sure, okay. But why would these gentlemen want to see me at all?
They do not say why, just that it's very important.
The rectors. How can they be more than one, I wonder? Let's go this way first. All right. Wasn't that closed. Or maybe I never went that way. Let's go down on the other side where we came from. To get our bearings. Oh. Hello, people.
Hey there, on the boat.
Guten Tag, schöne Mademoiselle.
My husband say, hello, young lady. You want to talk to us?
My name is Kate Walker, and I'm a lawyer. I'm in charge of this train. This situation is really very new to me.
Lawyer, good job. Earn lot of money.
A lot? A lot? No, I wouldn't go that far. But I can't really complain, I guess. There's worse.
Lawyer always ask a lot of money.
Can we change the subject, please? I really don't want to go down this road. Are you from Bergstadt?
Yet,
So you're like me. Birds just passing through. I'm stuck here because of my train.
Kleine Puskereisen mit uns, no?
What did he say?
train kaput. No luck for you.
Ahoy there, fancy pants.
I have a
Ahoy
little
there,
problem
Kissy.
with my
Welcome
train.
in.
It's kind of broken. I've absolutely got to get it out
Good
of the
to see you.
station.
How are
Do
you
you
doing?
think you could tow it over to the wall with your barge?
Lock closed. Barge blocked.
But if the locks were open, would it be okay to tow my train then?
Porke no? More money for that werk.
Da is possible. My husband say we help you if you give money.
Right. And how much do you want?
Cinquante.
He want $150.
$150? I don't have that much.
No money, no barge.
Let me offer you 75.
Nay, $125.
Out of the question. $100 and not a dime more.
Correct. You have barge for $100.
Great. Now, don't move. I'll be back as quick as possible with the money. You must really get to see the countryside. Do you know New York at all?
We no understand.
I'm looking for a funny little man who is supposed to live in Syberia. Can you imagine that? Syberia. I expect you've already been there.
Sie vragen komen to Syberia.
Syberia. No. Too cold. Barge no break ice.
Kissy has spent the day in the zoo with an ex-colleague, turned friend with her 2-year-old. Nice. Sounds fun. See a lot of animals then. What was the favorite animal to see, especially with the 2-year-old?
I have a little problem with my train. It's kind of broken. I've absolutely got to get it out of the station. Do you think you could tow it over to the wall with your barge?
Lock closed. Barge blocked.
But if the locks were open?
Porke no?
Da is possible.
I've already talked about the money.
I hope my train isn't too big.
Tis okay. Motorboat erste klasse.
My husband say correct. Powerful motor.
I mean, we're not exactly very far from the winding machine, are we? It's dumb, isn't it, all this effort to go a few yards?
Put train in barge? Nay, not possible.
Have you gone down to take a look around the station yet? It's amazing. You know, it's full of exotic birds.
Me to my gear? Ja. Ja, met plezier.
We no leave boat. Husband is land sick.
It's not very polite of you to take advantage of my predicament. We could have done favors for each other, for free, out of solidarity.
Father, alla speak not full. Money, ja, weak full.
Excuse me?
My husband say need money for leave. $100 not lot for fancy lady like you.
How would you know a fancy lady like me, really?
It's interesting
I'll
that
leave you to it. I
what
won't
she's
disturb you
saying
again.
and what they have written in the
Vidania.
subtitle isn't always correct. Okay, so we need money and for the barge, and then we need to open the lock the water lock to make sure that the boat can come out, or can come up and barge the boat. So now the doors are open. So okay, I had to go out where we were because the doors weren't open before that. Red pandas and penguins and the Mara. Look at all of these mammoths and saber-toothed tigers. That's cool. Not sure what if I know what the Mara is. Is that a bird? Am I correct in thinking that?
This thing's jammed.
We need another egg to pivot it to the correct location. Ooh, person. Kind of looks like a bobby.
Hello.
Hey, baby, you party? You sure looking mighty fine. Love those big round eyes.
Just who do you think you are?
Hey, spunky. I like that in a lady. Okay, I'm hooked. Come on, Zol. I'll let you buy me that coffee.
I don't remember ever asking.
Hey, don't play hard to get. I know you like it big time.
Listen, kid. Go back home and play with your toy cars and forget you ever saw me.
Rude.
Ahoy there, Fancy Pants.
Loves capybaras. Nice. I like this 2-year-old. Hi Lamode, welcome in. Good to see you. How are you feeling today? And how's the weekend been for you? Oh, we could go in there. Natura non facit saltus. I mean, let's come back here later. I think, if I remember, it's quite a huge library. Mara and Patagonia are hares, are rodents. Very cute. Ah, okay. Nice. Oh, yeah, they are.
Good day to you, gentlemen.
Tell me, young lady, to what do we owe this pleasure?
Please do be brief. We do not have very much time on our hands.
As rectors of this university, we have serious matters to attend to, and our time is precious.
I have heard you wish to meet the owner of the train that is currently in your station. May I know the reason for your summons?
We are surprised that your train has not yet left, miss. The situation is most regrettable.
The rules do clearly state that trains are meant to come and go and not remain stationary at a platform.
Trains should first stop, then subsequently leave. That is the rule.
We agree then, dear colleagues, that what we're dealing with is deviant behavior.
This matter really is cause for concern.
It's a clockwork train, you see? So it needs winding up again. Unfortunately, there is no equipment in the station to do this.
A clockwork train? That's strange.
How very quaint. You mean it's some sort of mechanical toy?
You are causing a hindrance to us, miss.
I am very hopeful that I will find what I need along the wall.
The wall?
Miss, that really is not a suitable place for you to go.
Especially for a young lady.
You see, miss, we freely admit that every day we praise the existence of that particular edifice. We owe the integrity of our dear university and the fine education it provides to the wall.
It protects us from harm and invasion from the unknown.
May God protect us from what is beyond those ramparts, miss. Please believe me.
I don't have any choice. I must continue my journey.
Such a decision is a correct one since it's in line with regulations.
Thus, your train will indeed be able to leave.
And consequently cease to obstruct our station.
I haven't introduced myself. My name is Kate Walker.
Nita, welcome in.
Walker, haven't we already had a Miss Walker? Ethnology Masters, September 1953, if my memory serves me correctly.
Perfectly well, my dear colleague. But if I may be so bold, it was a Mr. Walker and not a Miss. It was Bill Walker, sat the June 68 exams. The impudent fool turned up for the oral assessment in jeans, flouting strict internal regulations which explicitly state the required uniform for the occasion.
Pure incitement. It was scandalous. Sadly, we have seen worse since. Young people lack all respect of traditional values.
Tradition, young lady. One must always uphold tradition.
I'm glad to hear that the weekend has been good, Lamode. And as Enceladus asked, what have you ordered? Oh, Burger King, you said. Nice. But what from Burger King? A Whopper or something else? Maybe a chicken Whopper?
You see, I didn't actually intend to stop here, but the springs of my train gave up, you see?
No, not really. You mean to say you're not a student?
You have arrived a little late in the term, miss. Enrollment for this year has already terminated.
But as rectors of this university, and therefore representatives of its highest authority, we could bend the rules a little, if you like.
You don't understand. I'm a lawyer from New York, or rather Valladolid more precisely. My client wants to buy out an old mechanical toy factory, but its heir isn't actually dead and is living somewhere in Syberia. I've got to get to him to sign the sales contract. You see?
Not really. This is a most peculiar tale.
A kerfuffle of the highest order.
We have an excellent law school, if you should ever change your mind.
I forgot to look over the ads thing there. I don't know why it says that. It's still 16 minutes away from ads.
Can you possibly help me out here?
Miss, your insistence is almost verging on indecency.
We cannot constantly be at your disposal. We have many other requests to attend to.
If you don't mind, could you not disturb us all the time? Thank you.
Does the name Hans Vorarlberg mean anything to you by chance?
Ah, one of the brightest, most idealistic intellects to have graced our university. Hans Vorarlberg. I remember speaking to him once. I was still a student at the time. He just stared at me, lost in thought for a while. He scarcely ever said a word. But how can one forget him?
Idealistic? I'll grant you that. But bright? Oh, don't go too far. He was completely incapable of passing any exams. All he ever did was to sit in on lessons, and not many of them either. Paleontology, mainly. He had an unhealthy passion for mammoths, which matched the state of his intellect perfectly. That is to say, prehistoric.
Prehistoric? How dare you? A little far-fetched, maybe. But he did have flashes of intellectual brilliance, comprehensible only to high-minded scholars who hold no score by appearances. My dear colleague, your hasty conclusions are somewhat cavalier.
My assessment is wholly accurate. The boy was a little odd. You must concur if my father, who was rector of the university at the time, had not shown great indulgence towards him. Hans Vorarlberg would have never attended this establishment.
What about the bandstand, then? Is that the work of a deranged mind? Even after all these years, you are still jealous of it.
My dear colleagues, I beseech you, let's show some decorum. We have a visitor. What do you want with Hans Vorarlberg, miss? Are you a member of his family?
No, not at all. I'm looking for him to clear up an inheritance matter. Is he still here?
What? Here? At the university? No, not at all. He left a long time ago. Yes, a very long time ago. The very year I was nominated to this position, in fact. Almost 50 years ago already.
The poor soul moved on once he learned all he needed to know about mammoths.
Ah, this establishment was never quite the same after his departure, it must be said.
You mean to say it was never as bad? All that oddball brought to this university was his misplaced fantasies.
Gentlemen, gentlemen, let's try to retain the calm and level-headedness that befits our position.
Excuse me.
Miss, we find ourselves terribly put out by the presence of your train in our station and by its recurrent immobility.
Indeed, the situation is very regrettable. Your huge locomotive is very cumbersome.
A train should first stop, then subsequently leave. That is the rule.
That idea of the station aviary is really very original.
It's the pride of our university. One of the specialties taught here is zoology, you see, and more particularly, ornithology. Proper study and instruction should not be limited to books. Observation of living matter is indissociable from theoretical questions.
It contains some very rare specimens that have been brought back from faraway, exotic countries, especially for our university, by the world's most intrepid explorers.
Do you remember Alexander Valenbois and his peculiar bird?
Absolutely. His gift produced some very embarrassing long-term consequences.
A poison chalice, indeed. It must be said, the situation could have been much worse, however.
Oh, yes, it could have been terribly problematic.
Some sailors have agreed to tow the train, but I don't have enough money to pay them. I was wondering if you could help me out. For a while. I could work for the money.
Please wait, miss. We have certain confibulations to attend to.
That is right. We must confibulate between ourselves. A collegiate decision must be taken.
I hope that we are not indisposing you in any way.
Why not?
If it helps us get rid of that train.
My word, that is a fine idea.
What do you have in mind, gentlemen?
When you arrived here, you must have noticed a splendid bandstand which honors the main university courtyard.
A unique piece of mechanical craftsmanship which no longer works, alas.
Why, yes, we have very moving memories of its melodies. We're prepared to offer you a financial reward if you can set it working again.
With pleasure. What do I have to do?
Unfortunately, my dear, time and rust have taken their toll on this university, and our automatons no longer have a spring in their step. You are going to have to be resourceful.
To tell you the truth, there are a number of complex mechanisms here in Barakstadt, and it would appear that we have unfortunately lost their operating instructions.
Your train, however, is an extremely ingenious invention, so you should be no stranger to complex mechanisms, should you? We are therefore counting on your ingenuity, miss.
I hope that I can show myself worthy of your faith in me, gentlemen.
Well, my dear colleagues, one more university matter nicely tied up.
Here we are, busy chatting, and look at the clock. It's tea time.
Already? My word, doesn't time fly by?
Thank you for a charming visit, miss.
And thank you, gentlemen.
So, what have we learned? Hans Wahlberg was here. He created a bandstand outside that we now need to sort out so it starts working again. And that, of course, was what we saw with the tilted axle and the egg. So that's our current objective then, to get that working.
Excuse me. Sir, please, just a moment.
Yes, what is it? I'm not deaf, you know.
I am sorry to disturb you in your work, sir, but...
This young Mammothus primigenius is barely 40,000 years old. Fantastic, wouldn't you say, miss?
Yes. Probably.
What do you mean, probably?
I don't know.
You don't know? Oh, you don't know, I see. What can I do for you, my dear child?
Don't call me
To
a
tell you the
child.
truth, I don't know very much about mammoths, and I'm not here as a student. In fact, I'm a lawyer.
It's all right. Nobody's perfect. All the same, the study of the Pleistocene period is fascinating.
I'm sure it is, but I'm sorry to say my current mission is totally monopolizing my time. Another time, maybe.
Ah, that's what they all say. But anyway, let me present myself. I am Cornelius Ponce, Emeritus Professor and Lecturer at the University of Barhochstadt. I'm proud to say that I'm head of the Department of Paleozoology at our university.
Kate Walker. Pleased to meet you. It wasn't really my intention to stop off here, but I'll confess, this university is really very impressive.
Ah, indeed. There's such a tradition of learning here. And so much knowledge, a real depth of culture, intelligence, and gray matter. I myself did my studies here and never left.
Actually, I'm here because I've been summoned by the rectors of the university.
Oh, I see. You must have made a mistake on your enrollment form.
Oh, no. I haven't come here to study. I have an important matter of inheritance to attend to. I have to find the heir.
And you hope you will find him here?
I'm not altogether sure. But you see, my train broke down coming into Barrackstadt Station.
In that case, my dear, you must come to one of my lectures. Here's a question for you. Do you know what the Proboscidean order is?
The Probo-whatian?
I see. There are gaps in your knowledge that need refreshing.
I feel I've lost my way a little here. I could really do with your help.
Oh, my dear child, you've chosen your moment. I absolutely must finish off my lecture for this afternoon.
It's a lecture about mammoths?
Oh, yes and no. More specifically, it is about their migration. Do excuse me, I need to concentrate.
To tell you the truth, I'm looking for Mr. Hans Vorarlberg. He's the sole heir of a very unusual factory. My company is in charge of negotiations for the takeover of this factory. At last word, he was living in Syberia, so as soon as my train is ready, I'll be continuing my journey eastwards.
Syberia. Ah, Syberia. But what was it you said again?
Said what?
You mentioned a name. The person you are looking for.
Vorarlberg. Hans Vorarlberg. Do you know him?
Hans Vorarlberg. How could I forget him? Such an extraordinary fellow. So inventive. We shared a passion for mammoths, you know, and we bonded over this passion. Without it, I confess, I would have had little to do with an odd, ageless retard like Hans. At the time, we were both students. Well, sort of. Put it this way. Hans had special permission to attend paleontology lectures. You see, he didn't really have the necessary qualifications. In exchange, Hans did a few odd jobs around the university.
Your Hans Vorarlberg sounds uncannily like the one I'm looking for.
I'm not sure, my dear. Hans was above all questions of money and business. Just to imagine him running a factory, perish the thought.
Can you tell me a little bit more about him?
He was always a mystery to me. He never said very much, and never quite seemed to grasp what you said to him. He expressed himself instead through his incredible mechanical contraptions. His inventions, I admit, have been much appreciated by the university. The few times we really did talk, it was about his strange interest for mammoths and a doll. Some sort of doll that obsessed him.
A doll, you say?
Yes. He kept talking about it. One day he described it to me. A sort of children's toy. A miniature mammoth mounted by a mount. It appears he found it in a cave not far from his home. The event all sounds very dramatic. His account was slightly confused, but it awoke a great interest in me.
What do you mean?
To my knowledge, there was only one tribe who made figurines featuring a mouth, and that tribe is the Yukols. They live in the farthest reaches of Syberia, and for them, the dolls constituted a sacred object. illustrating one of their central legends. How such a doll made the journey from the frozen Siberian north to a cave in the French Alps is a mystery to me. Even today, it is beyond my comprehension.
Have you considered that Hans Vorarlberg was maybe making it up? You said yourself he didn't seem to have all his mental facilities intact.
No, that's impossible. Hans couldn't invent the story like that. The doll is a sacred part of the Syberia legend. He described it to me in exact detail. Syberia itself is a chimera that paleontologists of the world are very fond of pursuing.
How am I doing? I'm doing very well, thank you, Kizzy. My weekend has been very good. I had not too much to drink both Friday and Saturday, but some. So I felt it the morning after in both both days. But yesterday I was out on a birthday party to friends, a couple who had one who had turned 50 and one who will turn 50. So they shared their birthday party and with a 100-year birthday party. And then I got home around 8:30 and attended Samantha Teapot's 10-year sobriety or from being sober anniversary with community games and playing Fall Guys all evening. So that was very, very fun as well. And then today I've done a lot of errands and watching streams and now being here with all of you.
Arriving in Barrackstadt is an amazing experience. I've never seen such a station.
You came by train?
Yes, in a kind of clockwork train with a spring mechanism that winds down regularly.
You mean you drive a train? Young ladies of today never cease to amaze me.
Oh, no, I'm not the engineer. The train's engineer is actually an automaton. I am sorry, all this probably sounds very strange.
A clockwork train, driven by an automaton. I once knew a man long ago who could have invented such a train. It was he who designed the bandstand in the main square. To think that he was even capable of creating such a gadget. He was astounding, a true genius. But oddly, at the same time, he was also almost a child. It was as if his mental and physical evolution had definitively halted at the age of 10. Can you believe that?
Yes. I think I can believe that. At least I'm beginning to.
Absolutely. So very proud of Samantha and her achievements for that.
My train stopped in a peculiar aviary. It's very odd. A lot of bird species seem to seek harbor there.
Ornithology is far from being my favorite subject, but I must concede that the station is the pride of the university. It was initially intended for teaching purposes, but then birds started arriving from all around the world. It seems that there are still rare species breeding there and flourishing.
Are there? Can you give me an example?
I have been told about a kind of bird with peculiar habits. Let's see now, the Amazon cuckoo, that's right. But, I'm so foolish, I can't remember what was so special about it. Just that its behavior is very peculiar.
The Amazon? Where's the Amazon? What is the Amazon?
I'm sorry, my dear, but one cannot learn everything in a lifetime. Specialization is the key to real knowledge. Why don't you pay a visit to our library?
Thank you very much. Professor, how do I say this? You see, I didn't think I'd need a lot of money when I set out. And it turns out I need money after all. It's a delicate matter, I know, but I was wondering if you could help me out.
My dear, it would be a pleasure. But you see, I barely have enough myself to cover my meager expenditure on what I'm paid by the university.
Sorry, I didn't mean to offend or...
However, if we look at the example of Hans, it is true that our university always rewards people who perform some service for it. This is our dear rector's jurisdiction, however.
I'll leave you in peace.
We already know that.
I hope I haven't disturbed you too much.
Sorry? No, not at all, my dear child.
just relaxing then. Sounds great. Do we have anything else? No? Okay, let's go in here. Amherst Zone, that's another
No
game
point. It's locked.
that I have on my list. That was the first game of this studio to produce before they created Syberia.
No point. It's locked.
So it could be very interesting to pick up that one in a few games later on here. Set leaving everything to the last minute, I hear. Can I do anything here? No.
No point. It's locked.
Guess we'll have to give Tifa some attention. Nice. Give her all the scritches. Okay, let's go to the library then. Guess we need to have someone to talk to. Ooh. The Illustrated Direct Dictionary of Plants and Mushrooms. The Yangola Cola. Why did we want to pick up that? I wonder. Now we can't use the ladder anymore. Students.
Excuse me. Can I disturb you a second?
No.
You could be a little bit nicer about it.
Keep quiet. In case you haven't noticed, we're somewhere that requires silence and tranquility.
Ooh, what's this? Hammer Zone, Memories of an Expedition. Here we have the bird. Habitat and food. Desert areas in the Amazon forest. Wild vines provides the birds with the majority of its food. Cuckoo is patentically partial to its juicy fruit. Wild vines with juicy fruit. Generally hatches before the eggs of its adopted brothers and sisters. The cuckoo's eggs, yes, exactly. Just as normal cuckoos. The red cuckoo's love of the grape could sadly prove fatal for the species in the medium term. European settlers who have tried to cultivate the grape on the Amazonian alluvial plains have determined the Amazon red cuckoo population disseminated. Grape producers to protect their harvest from inverted looting. Bird. All-out war on the bird. It is feared that the cuckoo will be on the losing side, the red cuckoo. I can't read that. To produce? No. I don't know what it says. Oh, here we have the forest Sauvignon grapes. Very rare, I guess, to find the forest Sauvignon grapes in the wild. The species has been decimated by terrible equatival phylloxera epidemic. However, in view of successful cultivation of the plant is the pride of the Barokstadt University Botany Collection, lately contributed to the survival of the species around the world. Okay then. Now we know more about the bird and what it eats. Yeah, it's quite hard to read. Ooh, phone call.
Hello?
So, you got him then, this air?
Ah, it's you, Mr. Marson. Good day, and how are you, sir?
I'll feel a whole lot better when this whole business is over and the sales contract is signed. Where the hell are you?
I'm in Barkstadt.
What? What in God's name are you doing there?
It's a magnificent university town. It would appear Hans Vorarlberg once passed by here several years ago.
So if he isn't there anymore, then there's no point hanging around.
I hear what you're saying, sir, but I have good reason to believe that Hans Vorarlberg is still alive. For the time being, I'm trying to gather extra information from people who have known him.
What's your next destination?
I'm not exactly sure yet.
Doesn't sound like you know too much, Kate.
I just need a bit of time, Mr. Marson.
Yeah, well, time is what you ain't got. Keep me posted.
Everyone is so rude to Kate. Her boyfriend, her boss, even her mother. She needs new people around her. Let's see if it's the door is open on the other side that we couldn't go to before. Right, Seth? That's what I'm saying. Mr. Morrison. Nope, still locked here. It would seem.
Can't go that way.
All of these boxes in the way. Can we go under it? No. Mushroom guide. All right, I can do like that to read about it. Yeah. He did say that we should attend his lecture. Maybe we can talk to him again then about that.
Do excuse me, Professor. Professor,
What is it you want to know, miss?
if I were to say Forest Sauvignon to you, what would you say?
Oh, let's see. Sauvignon. Sauvignon? I would say it's some kind of tropical shrub, don't you think?
We are talking about the same plant, then. It is a very rare shrub with small, juicy fruits. I found a book about the Amazon, and it says that there are even Sauvignon plants growing right here in Barrickstadt. You wouldn't know where, would you?
Amazon Sauvignon plants here? No. No, I don't think there are any. Highly implausible. But you should ask the station master. He is keeper of the greenhouse at our university, so he could tell you more than me.
Oh, thanks very much.
And where is he?
I'll leave you in peace.
Sorry? No.
The station master. Where could a station master be? I haven't seen any station master. Guess he's outside. Nothing around here, though. Nothing here. Station master, station master. Oh, could keep walking here.
Hello.
You ride by train, I see.
Yes, I've come from Valadilen.
It's been a long time since I've seen a train here. Students, did you bring students with you?
No, I traveled alone. Well, almost alone.
I remember around the start of fall, trains would bring kids from all around the world here to study zoology and botany, paleontology, and all that stuff. This was a great university.
And it isn't still great today, then?
Today?
Have you been the station master of Barukstadt for a long time?
I've never had another job. Now, you tell me, are you in charge of this train?
No, I mean, I'm not sure.
So what's your thing here? You come here to do some bookworming over at the university?
Well, sort of. I'm always looking for new information.
What do you mean, sort of?
You don't seem to know a lot. And about that train, it's going to get in the way if you leave it there, that's for sure.
In fact, I'm a lawyer and I'm conducting a pretty unusual investigation.
I don't understand why there's a bothered by the train,
hey,
because there don't seem to be any other trains
the station
coming.
master. I don't know too much about anything.
Well, you never know. Anybody could be significant in this case.
See, nobody actually tells me anything, so my hands are totally clean.
I never implied they weren't. I've just been to see the rectors, and they told me to get the train out of the station as quick as I can.
I thought they'd say that. Rules are rules, and you gotta stick by them. Not a good idea to get into trouble with the university administration.
Absolutely. I've got enough worries as it is. What should I do then?
Well, I suggest you move your train.
But it's like I say, the springs are unwound. Everyone seems to think it's my fault.
The locomotive's engine might not work, it's true, but maybe there's some other way of moving the train.
It's a possibility, I suppose. What were you thinking of exactly?
Nothing. It's just an idea. Anyway, miss, you shouldn't hang around here. I have a job to do. Yes, sirree.
Sure you do.
I feel like I've lost my way a little here. I could really do with your help.
Hey, anything I can do, miss, you just let me know.
The name Hans Vorarlberg doesn't mean anything to you by chance, does it?
Oh, do you really think I'd remember one little name from the thousands that pass through this station?
It seems that your superiors object to the presence of my train in the station. Not exactly easygoing, are they?
Well, it's not that they're difficult to please, but I find that the less I have to do with them, the better things are. Give a drift. Birds, more peaceful than employers. And respect for the regulations. Now that brings peace of mind.
All these birds in a station. It's amazing.
This is no ordinary station, miss. Oh, no. These birds are part of the prestigious University of Barukstadt Ornithological Collection. Over the years, this aviary has housed some of the most fantastic species from all over the world. And I am not exactly your typical station master either. This little world is my responsibility, and that is no easy task.
I can well believe you.
And you know what's the hardest? The hardest thing is to keep interspecial harmony. And one day some explorer introduced a couple of cuckoos from the Amazon. Whoa!
It wasn't a good idea?
A nightmare. You know, cuckoos lay their eggs in the nests of other species, right? Now, what's more, they also push the host's eggs out of the nest so that they receive all the mother's attention, right? Accursed cuckoos. Nightmare.
I see what you mean. That's one tricky bird. And there was nothing you could do to stop it?
The faculty declared the bird a protected species. If it wasn't for our mechanical eagle, we were sitting on a major ornithological catastrophe.
You have an automaton here?
A wonder of technology. It's an eagle that's mounted on rails in the air. It passes through and it swoops down to collect parasite eggs. But heck, the dang eagle's been out of order for several years. Impossible to collect the eggs myself.
Why not?
I can't climb up the gangway. I fell off it several months back, and I still have a pain in my spine. Not to mention the vertigo I've been getting. I only have to look up in the air. Whoa.
You poor soul. That must be very hard.
Hire someone
Worst
else to
thing
do
is,
it then.
Cuckoo eggs piling up in the nest.
Right.
Soon the rectors are gonna notice. There's trouble in store. Big trouble. I'm worried. Yep, worried.
Where might I find some forest Sauvignon plants, please?
No place around here, that's for sure. I don't know what you're talking about. That stuff's from the Amazon.
You know, for someone who knows nothing about the plant, you seem pretty well informed about which mysterious faraway country it comes from.
Oh, Amazon, Peru, Papua New Guinea, it's all the same to me. Gotta go. Gotta work.
Oh.
Wait, don't go. You know what? I don't think he was being totally straight with me.
I don't think so either. What's that? A hook. I think we need to speak with him again. See if we can find him. There is.
Excuse me, Station Master, but I need you again.
Can't you see I am very, very busy?
No.
Well, I am. Very busy indeed. But, okay, I think I can give you a minute of my time.
The sailors on the barge reckon they could help me tow my train out of here, but they're asking for money. You couldn't possibly help me out with a few dollars, could you? I would be very grateful.
Miss, really, I'm surprised at you. Asking for money from a total stranger, oh.
Right. I need cash. I need it to get my train out of your station, because my train is getting in your way, disturbing your birds, and upsetting your bosses.
Look, lady, I'm only a station master. I got my problems.
Go get
you
him,
got
Kate.
yours.
I'm looking for a kind of little juicy berry. You don't know where I could find some?
Look, lady, the station doesn't have any Sauvignon berries, not even forest Sauvignon.
Funny you should mention it. That's exactly what I was looking for. Forest Sauvignon.
Sauvignon, raspberries, red currants, they're all the same to me. And we don't grow none of them here.
But you see, I have just read a very interesting book which says that the rare Sauvignon berry is actually cultivated here in the famous Barokstadt University aviary itself.
Well, if it's in a book, then I don't believe everything you're reading, miss.
I don't know why, but I don't think you're telling me the truth.
What do you mean? I don't know. How should I know where to find your stupid grape? Go ask your professor, what's his name, Pons, the paleontologist.
But you're the master of this station, so you should know better than anyone.
Nobody tells me anything. I don't know. Go see the old guy with the fossils.
I'm looking for a...
Look.
But you're...
Nobody...
I won't disturb...
Welcome to...
Okay, so he's telling me to go back to the professor. Interesting. What are these guys up to, I wonder? Every time you go through the door, it sounds like it's a clock ticking.
Do excuse me, Professor. Professor,
What is...
you wouldn't know where the
why do you think there are Sauvignon plants here?
I read about it in a book at the library.
Try going to see the station master. If such a shrub exists, he will have a better idea than anyone.
It's actually he who sent me to you. I thought it a little strange, but he definitely said ask the paleontologist. You're the only one here, aren't you?
Yes, yes indeed. What a strange way to behave. Well, I think he must have made a mistake, that's all. Nobody tells me anything here. Maybe you should ask the rectors. After all, they are in charge of the university.
All right, thanks.
Uh,
Sorry?
Giving me a goose chase here. Something odd is going on here. Are they brewing their own wine and don't want anyone to know?
Gentlemen, forgive me for disturbing you again, but I have a little problem.
A little problem, a little problem. Everyone has little problems now, you know.
They are kept to oneself, and they don't stop the world from turning.
Nor trains from leaving stations.
Are you sure there are no Amazon Sauvignon plants in Barockstadt? Because I have just interviewed the station master and the paleontologist, and what they said really didn't convince me that there wasn't any here.
We are quite definite on this point. There are no Sauvignon plants growing in Barockstadt.
You see, miss, the Amazon Forest Sauvignon is a rare shrub that requires very special conditions for growth.
That's right. Conditions that are very hard to reproduce, believe you me.
Difficult, but not impossible. Fortunately, our garden has proved very successful.
Your garden? So, there is a garden in Barockstadt?
Oh, the garden. Well, if there was one, it would be only a little garden hidden behind the station. But our station master would be very proud of it.
He would take very good care of it, too. Everything would grow marvelously if we were able to cultivate it at all, and it would be all down to his gardening prowess.
And we would be proud as punch. And we wouldn't forget the role the paleontologist might play in this.
What's the paleontologist got to do with it all?
Without him and without his laboratory, how would we make the wine, do you think?
And it would be good wine indeed, my dear colleagues, would it not?
Oh, yes, a delightful balm to soothe away our long hours of toil and our heavy responsibilities.
We would wait impatiently every year for the arrival of the year's produce.
So, if I have understood you correctly, there are indeed Sauvignon plants in Barockstadt. They are cultivated in a garden behind the station, then turned into wine by the paleontologist's loving care, and finally, the pleasure of tasting is yours. If I'm not very much mistaken, gentlemen, you have a minor racket operating here.
Miss, you do go jumping to some hasty conclusions.
We never said that. That's not what we said at all.
We were talking in the conditional. You know, with ifs and woulds.
So, what would happen if I had such a hunch?
You would have to keep it to yourself, of course.
Yes, if you would be so kind as to keep it a secret. It would only be a small local concern producing barely a few bottles every year.
That's right. Nothing so grandiose as a business. Otherwise, we'd be liable to be fined. So, we can't count on your discretion, can't we?
Don't worry, I have no intention at all of getting messed up in anything.
But I still need those grapes.
If I were to need Sauvignon grapes, I could presumably find them in the garden, couldn't I?
If Sauvignon were to be found here, it would doubtless be situated in the said location.
But the station master would have to let you in. He would be the only one with the key.
Yes, if that indeed was the case, that would be the correct procedure.
Here we are,
All right.
Thank you for...
And thank...
Ifs and woulds. What is this? Final Fantasy 14? You can wonder sometimes. So secretive about everything. Okay, let's see if that is enough information to talk to the station master. I think this part was one of the main things that got me stumped when I played this the first time. Maybe I didn't understand the whole situation enough. Even though I was around 20 when when it came out, so... Or maybe I didn't pay enough attention to what they were saying. I just remember that it was quite hard, this bit. Could be that it's not so many items that you need, just more talking and selecting the right options.
Excuse me, Station Master.
Gotcha. Fine.
You have been playing with me, haven't you? You knew very well there were forest Sauvignon berries in the station garden.
No, not at all. I've never seen your Sauvignon things.
You don't have to lie to me. I know all about it. You and the rectors are in cahoots, and the professor's lab has been turned into a distillery. You've all got a nice little smuggling racket on the side.
Smuggling racket? Hey, lady, you're going a bit far there. It's just a little on-the-side thing we got going, that's all. It's just for ourselves. Hey, honest.
You should be ashamed of yourselves. Aren't you worried about the reputation of this fine university? The authorities should be informed of this.
But we haven't done anything wrong. It's not a crime.
Can you open the gate to the garden, please?
Sure. No problemo. Right away, miss.
Here we go. Thank you.
There you are. Please feel free to visit the garden at your leisure. And there was just one thing. I'm not a liar. Not really. Just mum's the word. There is the reputation of the university to think about. And I have superiors, and I have to do what I can.
I understand. Don't you worry.
Oh, thank you, miss.
Don't you worry about a thing. A lot of birch trees. Here there are berries or grapes. Sauvignon grapes. Can I pick up more?
I don't need that for the time.
Nope. I love the bird song. Bird chirping. I have the mechanical eagle we need to sort out. Doopy 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 doop. I got them to move.
Impossible to reach it.
What do you mean impossible to reach it? Oh, do I need the hook? No. Do I need to put the hook on onto something to be able to? Okay. I'm missing something. It would seem. Oh, the birds are gone.
Yeah, miss, please, excuse me.
What do you want?
Yes?
You know, I want to apologize for our little misunderstanding. I brought you a bottle of wine. Barakstadt Sauvignon. Very good year. Let me know what you think.
I'm very touched. Thank you.
Good luck on your journey, lady.
Thank you.
Very nice of you. Oh. Maybe I can talk to him about the lock as well. Just realized.
I'm sorry to
What?
It seems that your superiors object to the presence of...
Well, it's not that they're difficult to please, but I find that the less I have to do with them, the better.
I feel like I've lost...
Hey, anything?
I've just been to see the rectors, and... absolutely.
Well,
But it's like I say.
The locomotive's engine might not work, it's true, but maybe there's some...
It's
nothing.
The sailors on the barge wreck...
Miss.
Right.
Look, lady. Welcome.
How do I get to open the lock then? Well, they need their money first, I believe.
That looks broken.
All right, I have a phone. Stupid of me. 2766 6742. Oh, I forgot it already. Oops. Here we go. 27666742. 6742. Hi Terp. Welcome in. How are you? Good to see you.
Control Center. To start, press the number sign. If you are using the Haltenberg lock, press 1. If you are using the Morloff lock, press 2. If you are using the Koningpass lock, press 3. If you are using the Barrackstadt lock, press 4. To return to the last command, press the number sign. If you want to raise the water level, press 1. If you want to lower the water level, press 2. To return to the last command, press the number sign. You want to raise the water level in the Barrackstadt lock? To confirm your choice, press star. To return to the previous command,
Glad
press
to hear
the
it.
number sign.
How's your day been?
Your request has been logged. Unfortunately, our regional technician is currently on holiday, and no replacement is available. We will reply to your request within 48 hours. In case of an emergency, please operate the lock system manually. We apologize for delays to our service.
I need a key.
I need a key. A cozy day with lots of World of Warcraft, I assume. Nice. How long have you been playing?
I'm sorry to disturb you.
2016.
What can I do for you, miss?
It's been like... I think I stopped playing around 2009.
I feel like
Hey,
I won't disturb you any longer.
welcome.
I am going up and down on this stair because I'm thinking that he might be able to help me some more, but maybe he can't. Let me go down to the barrage again. Are you playing all the latest DLCs or expansions, or also playing some classic? Started 2006. Okay, nice. You don't play classic, okay. Doesn't seem to be any items here either. No long sticks that I can pick up. They just want money.
Hey there!
Gordon!
My husband! I have a little lock, but if the...
¿Por qué no?
is possible.
Good.
I think we need the money so they can drive up to the lock, and then I need to do the lock thing to raise the water level, and then they can help me. I need to do the whole thing with the egg first. Yeah, I stopped playing after Wrath of the Lich King, and then I did buy and play. Oh, now I can't remember the name of that expansion. The one that came after, with Deathwing and everything. Yeah. So I did want to play Mist of Pandaria, but never bought that expansion, and then they just ran away, and I never really felt the need or interest in playing it after that.
Do excuse me, Professor. Professor,
Nice.
sorry to disturb you.
What is it you...
Arriving in Barrackstadt is an amazing experience. I've never...
you came by train?
Yes, in a kind of
You mean you drive a train?
Oh, no.
A clockwork train?
Yeah.
Nothing new there.
Please do excuse my persistence,
No, not that I recall.
Oh.
Pity.
When I think of Hans, I'm always reminded of a mysterious mammoth doll he would talk about so often. A small effigy of a mammoth made of hide and mounted with its own miniature maut. How come he was so lucky? Why have I not seen this?
I wonder if I can pick it up then and show him.
I'll leave you...
Sorry?
It is on the train. Let's see if we can go and do that. Maybe we can find something in the train as well to help us with the leverage we need. There we go. Could pick it up. Anything in here I can pick up, use.
No point weighing myself down.
A little fan. Nothing here either. Okay. That's what I get for double clicking things. I guess I can't go up in the locomotive. The constraints of old games. Loading screens and waiting periods. Here you have.
Do excuse me, Professor. Professor, I have brought you something that should be of interest to you. Look.
What have you got there, then? Let's see. An effigy of a mammoth. But this is Hans' doll, is it not? Yes, of course it is. How on earth did you... Oh, my God. It's in my hands. It exists. It really exists. Please do excuse me. I'm deeply, deeply moved.
You see? Your Hans and my Vorarlberg heir are one and the same.
This is incredible. After all these years, how can I ever thank you, my dear? Oh, I must waste no time. I'm off to my laboratory. I must study this carefully. May I borrow your treasure a moment?
Well, actually,
Don't worry, miss. I will take the greatest care of it. But I need to study it. You see, it has such importance to me that this very afternoon I shall deliver an impromptu lecture to my students about this very object. If you are interested in Hans Vorarlberg, then it is essential that you attend.
Do you think so?
Obviously. Give me your telephone number and I will call you the moment my lecture begins. I will return you your doll at the end.
Cam.
You have my word.
Thanks for lurking. Welcome in. Hope you're doing well. New area. Cylinder. Can listen to that in the train. Guess that's everything we needed. What was this? The other book we found was about the Yangala cola powder, or root or berry or whatever.
I don't need that for the time being.
What is it you want?
I'll leave.
Sorry?
Okay. We did get a pair of test tube holders that could potentially be enough for grabbing the egg. The music is so melancholy and heavy. Oh, and on your hoping that I'm enjoying Syberia, I'm enjoying it immensely. I think it's so fun to be back, experiencing it again. I also feel like I'm seeing it with new eyes at the moment. Cameron, I understand the story a little bit better and everything that is happening. More than I did the last time around. let's see if this is enough now. Hell yeah. I did think that we were able to enable the mechanical eagle again, but maybe we aren't. A cuckoo's egg. Let's put the cylinder in place and listen to it.
Hans, I have some very sad news. Our father is dead. He passed away peacefully last Sunday in his sleep. I feel so lonely now.
Father had been but a shadow of himself since your departure. I had to take care of everything for him. Housework, factory paperwork, the workforce, clients, everything. And now, today, well, I really don't know who or what I'm fighting for. Times are so hard, and this terrible war is destroying everything. Nobody cares for our automatons anymore. I just think about you returning. And when you do return, I will have turned this factory into a palace worthy of your genius. Please take care of yourself. I love you so much, Anna.
Another little ad break. Welcome back from the ads. They do. It's a very mild and sweet taste of them. I also have a package of dried mango from the same company. I also see that you have the fat cat badge there, Terpalina. Are you playing Final Fantasy 14 as well? Oh, I don't want a green. I want to go over here. Since I have the egg. No, I don't play. It is a very fun game, though. You just wanted to get... I tried to get the main story quest, but I got the cat instead. Which was very annoying. Oh, I haven't actually checked them. I'll double check that. I think it only showed me fat cat, but I'll double check later. Let's get some money. It's interesting that the strings on the violins are still working. After all these years that the bandstand has been stopped. And that no one would have figured out to put an egg to get into it. It's quite unbelievable to me.
Gentlemen, forgive me for disturbing you.
A little problem.
They are...
Nor trains.
Gentlemen, I have managed to repair your university bandstand.
The bandstand is playing again. This is marvelous news.
Okay.
We are really very grateful indeed.
Yes, very grateful indeed. We will look back on your visit with much fondness in our hearts.
And now let us in turn honor our word. How much is it you need, miss?
$100, if it's not too much to ask.
We agree to grant you the aforementioned sum, miss. You may now leave with your train.
Why
And
does
while we're
was
on the
it
subject,
coins in there?
when will you be leaving?
Yes, because now you should relocate your train as quickly as possible. Here we are, busy.
All right.
Thank you.
And thank...
I will be leaving as soon as I have my affairs in order. Ever cold. I don't know what that means. Is that the new expansion for that is coming? And Solaris is done with its workout. Nice. Well done. My workout for the day was carrying the tires up and down. For when I went to change them. I had them stored down in my basement. It is nice. I should put on the today's Final Fantasy stream as well, right? Because they are 2 new badges, I believe, for an hour of watching, today and tomorrow.
Hey there, on the boat.
Guten Tag, schöne Mademoiselle.
My husband said...
It's not very polite of you to take advantage.
Father.
Excuse me?
My husband...
How would you know? I'll... There you go. Here's your money. I've checked it. It's all there.
How funny it would be if she accidentally dropped it in the water instead.
Thank you. Not difficult get dollar. See? You are a real businesswoman.
I'm not the only one around here.
We pleased to do deal with you. Now, you open lock or we no help you.
Why didn't you manage to open them? After all, you don't have to be a genius.
Ma vad pensiroses esto, di kleine madam. No se sei mar alles non comprendo, en allora kaput, en andere bordel. Zir zvar moi. On boom telefonieren, kaput.
My husband say instructions complicated. No understand manual. My husband angry. Very angry. Oh, now telephone broke. Kaput.
Now that is annoying. What are you gonna do next?
We wait repairman.
Well, I don't have the time to wait. I'll have to go have a look. There must be some way of releasing the opening mechanism.
Take key. Sailor always need key for lock.
Oh, he has the key. Not the station master.
Okay, thanks.
Rude. Thank you, Kissy, for the hydrate. And I did hydrate with water today. I've had enough beer for this weekend.
It's time to kick ass and chew bubble gum, and I'm all out of gum.
Oh, thanks for the...
Hey.
Thank you so much for the subscription, Trippy.
I was thinking about you only yesterday because I saw this fantastic fur coat.
You didn't need
You
to
are
do
wrapping
that.
up warm, aren't you? I mean,
Thanks
people in
for
foreign
thinking
countries
it's
never know how to
so
dress
fun to
properly
be here
for
and
the
that you
weather.
want to subscribe.
Mom, it's so
Means
sweet
a
of
lot.
you to worry, but I'm fine, really. The trip's a breeze, no worries. I mean, there's...
Well, when are you coming back? Frank is dying to meet you.
Frank? Oh, yeah, your singer. You two seeing each other then?
Oh, you'll never guess the surprise he gave me yesterday.
No, I suppose I won't.
Frank invited me to a big charity show organized by, someone or another. Anyway, they got him singing a couple of old numbers from his repertoire, and in the end, he asked me to go up on stage with him. Can you imagine me, your mother, on stage in front of thousands of people?
Wow, I would have loved to have been there. Not too emotional, I hope.
Oh, too emotional by far, especially as I hadn't even been to the hairdresser. Well, I didn't even have the proper dress on. But Frank promised me he'd see to that next time. Oh, he's such a cutie. And he's got the sweetest little...
I'm sure he has, Mom.
It would
Such
be
a
so
cutie.
good if you could join us one day. Let's see, when is his next gala? I'm so forgetful these days. I swear I'd lose my head if it weren't in the clouds. You just watch out, my girl. Them years will catch up with you much quicker than you think.
I'll look out for them, Mom. Nice to hear your voice. Lots of love.
Well, to you too, my little munchkin.
So rude, saying that the years will catch up like that. We know better than that. Okay, let's fix this lock.
The instructions are written in a language I don't recognize. The instructions...
Oh. I mean, we have a core or compass here, and then the water level. How do I know which one is which?
The instruct...
Oh, 766. Six, 7, 4, 2. Let's call them again. Hello, the Vonoid.
Welcome to the East Block Control Center. To start, press the number sign. If you are using the Haltenberg lock, press 1. If you want to raise the water level, press 1. If you want to lower the water level, you want to raise the to confirm your your request has been logged.
Still the same. Oh, I did have received the key because we just got the money, but I can't currently figure out what the manual is saying. So we might want to speak to the station. What was it called? Station master, to see if he maybe has some ideas to us, or maybe we need to go into the library again to get the manual to manually run it.
I'm sorry to...
What can
I feel like I've lost...
Hey, anything?
Can you explain to me how the locks in the canal work,
Here we go.
please?
A lock, right, is a system of sealed gates. They're clever, right? They help boats overcome gradient problems in channeled water flows. They make this kind of boat staircase, see? You know what I like? Sitting on the bank, watching the barges.
I'm sorry. I must have expressed myself badly. I need to know how the locks open and close to vary the water levels.
I'm not sure of the precise maneuver. Trains and barges, trains, now those guys are very different fellows altogether.
Can you explain?
A lock.
I'm sorry. It seems that your superiors object to the I feel like...
Hey.
I've just been to see the rectors. And
Well,
but it's like I say, the springs are unwound.
Nothing. It's just an idea. Anyway, miss, you shouldn't hang around here.
I won't disturb you.
Welcome to Bar.
He didn't give me any information that was useful. Okay, Ree, thank you for coming in with the raid, and enjoy the lurk and enjoy dinner. Do tell us what you're having if you're still listening. We're always interested in the ins and outs of dinner here. Myself, I had some pre-made chicken leg and ribs that I just needed to heat, and some potato salad to that. And as a kind of a dessert, I took an avocado and put in some what do you call that? Some mixed stuff based on sour cream and creme fraiche. It's really, really good. On top of the avocado, and just ate it with a spoon.
What is it you want to know?
I'm under the impression that if I am to continue my journey, I'm going to...
You're probably right, my dear, so open the locks. Whether they are open or closed is none of my business. Sorry?
You are correct there, but I can't read the description of the lock, so I need some help with that. Maybe we need to talk to the rectors again then.
Gentlemen, I'm...
Which? No bother.
If you can possibly get the canal lock open, then the sailors will be able to tow the train up to the winding machine.
Open the lock? What a singular idea.
What a surprising request.
Our university isn't responsible for the functioning of the canal locks. A different administration deals with that, miss.
Here
already?
Thank
and
what to do then? I can't just guess my way through it. Maybe there are instructions that I can. Let's go to the library again and see if there is any books on the locks. Oh. He wasn't there before.
hello.
Shh! Don't talk so loud.
I'm sorry, but I was wondering if you could help me.
Can't you see I'm very busy?
What are you looking for?
None of your business. Now, if you don't mind, I am trying to concentrate. I haven't got a lot of time left before Professor Pons's next tutorial.
Professor Pons, you say?
Would you mind working elsewhere, please?
Let's go around again then. Nope. Doesn't seem to be anything here. Has something changed down here on the floor then? Same guys are still here, so that is a new guy that wasn't here before. Okay.
Excuse me. Can I just...
No.
You could be a...
Keep...
Nope. Don't really have anyone else to talk to. Because the boat people said the same thing. That they couldn't understand the manual either, so they didn't want to do the lock thing. He's just there sleeping still. They do look like train conductors, all of them, right? Their uniform.
No point. It's locked.
Why did we need the... What do we need the powder for, I wonder? What did it say about it? Dried and ground it to a powder and consumed before the hunt commences. Its effect is instantaneous, and the penetration of the hunter's vision, I guess it says, of the hunter's vision increases extraordinarily. The hunter is then able to aim and hit targets concealed behind thick undergrowth, even over great distances. Okay. So it enhances the natural abilities. Whenever we need to do something like that, I guess. Or someone might need it. don't think we have any reason to talk to Dr. Pons, Professor Pons, just yet. I guess he's gonna still be rude.
Hello.
Hey, baby, you
Just who do you think?
Hey, hey, don't play hard to get.
Listen.
Why do I need a hook? Might be later on the boat to or when the barge come up to connect the barge to the train. He doesn't want to help me either. So I believe the water is in an east-west. Yeah, exactly. I believe this is the water flows from west to east.
The instructions are written in a language I don't recognize.
Take a sip. Any thoughts in chat what we could potentially do? This is obviously the water level, and I want to raise the water on the left side. So is it the west side would be the, and then raise it because I want to have it. Oh, there we go. All right, no, it was the instruction. 4-2 and 4-1. 4 for the Bokken stock or Baroque stock station, and then 2 to lower water. I already have everything. I thought I did that before, but I did it wrong. And then it's 4-1 to raise it again. I already had all the instructions, which I thought I did with the phone call. They just confused me. That calls for a little peach.
Hey there, on the boat.
Guten Tag, schöne Mademoiselle.
My husband say, hello, young lady. You want to talk to us?
Right, I've got it. I know now how the locks work. So guide your boat into the lock, and I'll take care of the mechanism.
Godverdomme. Das ist inge echte ladies. Alle trois, range alle dingen and obligados de dame. Ach, set content und zurück again.
What did your husband say?
You, hurry up. We hurry to travel again.
Okay. We'll meet each other on the other side. By my train, okay?
Hey. Look at that. And then the music to indicate that we have progressed with what we need to progress. really, really narrow for that barge to be in that lock. Woohoo! We moved it.
Hey there! On the boat!
Da, barge on other side. You still need us?
It must be really neat to travel by...
Oh, släck de båten! Eine vergeten das Grund. Für mich, locker ist fantastica. Eine kleine Rot mit Wustet, okay. You got it.
Eine kleine.
Excuse me? My husband say he like his barge and he not like your train. Too noisy. If you want to travel in tin can, you stay in tin can.
Sure. What do we do now to tie my train to the barge?
Mademoiselle Takatak, loco coco mitchen.
What did your husband say?
You attach chain to train and chain put train with barge.
Oh, catch it, sir.
What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean?
If that's going to work.
Thank you, Seth, for using your free bits meme redeem from the stream. Hey! We're making really, really good progress here.
Hello, Kate Walker here.
Miss Walker, this is Professor Ponce. I'm about to start my lecture on the Yukon at any moment. Please make haste to come.
Okay, I'll give it my best.
Excellent. We'll be in the main lecture hall. See you soon.
I'll just see if I can fix the... wind up the train directly now. You could also wonder why there is a winding machine here already.
Hello?
Where are you?
Hi, Dan. I'm in Barrackstadt.
Not Dan again.
What? Is that a town? I hope the man you're looking for lives there. Are you coming home soon?
From what I gather, it's one huge university with an extraordinary station, aviary. If you could only see it, there are trees and birds everywhere. It's so weird here.
Sounds like a great place for a bit of sightseeing. So, are you coming back soon?
I don't think so. In fact, the train I'm traveling on has some kind of a mechanical problem. We've been forced to stop here.
Us? I thought you were alone. Who's with you?
Oscar, the train engineer.
You're messing around with mechanics now, are you?
Don't be so stupid, Dan, please. Oscar is an automaton created by Mr. Vorarlberg, the man I'm looking for.
Someone's jealous.
And he's not any old robot. He's a sophisticated butler type, if you see what I mean. He's a bit obsessive as well.
Kate, I don't know what they're feeding you in Europe, but don't you think it's time that you came home?
But my mission still isn't finished.
To hell with your mission. I don't know why you accepted it in the first place. If you just stuck to the middle of the road, then we wouldn't be in this mess.
We? If there's any mess, it's me who's in it. And while I'm trying to come to grips with strange towns, you, my darling, are sitting at home on your butt. I seem to remember we had nothing against my departure.
It was only going to be 2 or 3 days, Kate. Please, try to put yourself in my shoes.
Your shoes. Not only do I have to fit myself into your diary, but I've got to get myself into your shoes as well? Is there anywhere else Sir would like me to put myself while we're on this subject?
Look, I don't want to talk about it now. Call me back when you've calmed down.
I was perfectly calm before I picked up your call. I only wanted a few words of encouragement, not your disdain. Was that too much to ask?
You can be such a selfish...
Takes one to know one, sweetheart.
You tell him, Kate. Damn, I hate that, that man. Instead of sweetheart? Yeah. Takes one to know one, ass. And not the off-the-stream self-care type. No, Dan is a very nasty guy. As most of the people in, or most of the men in her near vicinity are. Like her boss and others as well. Okay, let's get to the lecture hall. Maybe I should do a quick save so we don't end up in a accidental crash again. But we all know what people around us are, or people in our past who have been behaving like real assholes. Some people you just need to get out of your life.
Ah, there you are, Miss Walker. Good, good. Take a seat quickly. I'm impatient to start my lesson.
Aren't that many students here? And the one sleeping is still sleeping.
My young friends, a very exciting discovery, unimaginable up until only a few hours ago, has come into my hands and has finally allowed me to complete my study on the mysterious Yukol people. Lights, please. The Yukos are a people from the far north about whom very little is known. They live far away, very far away, on the frozen borders of Syberia. This distance and the climatic conditions of the region, which are unfavorable to human existence, have limited the size of the Yukon population and kept it out of reach of the scientific world. The handful of slides that follow are actually the only documentation we have in our possession. It was a Russian explorer who made these drawings and took these photographs 100 or so years ago. Today, we owe what we know about the Yukon people and their culture to him. We know that the origins of the Yukos date back to the last ice age. Curiously, evidence of their presence has been found in Western Europe, and more precisely in the prehistoric caves at the heart of the Alps. This people, it seems, undertook a long migration over centuries towards the far north of the globe. The reasons for this migration are due to the importance of the mammoth in their craft, trade, and culture. They used them for transportation and as beasts of burden. The mammoth brought them meat, skins, fat, and ivory. Man and animal lived in symbiosis. There's no doubt about it. Mammoths started to drift away from the region due to changing climatic conditions, and the Yukos followed them to the north, to the edges of Syberia. Prehistoric cave drawings, identified as Yuko in origin, first led me to the extraordinary hypothesis that the Yukos had managed to domesticate the mammoth. They are, to the best of our knowledge, the only prehistoric people to represent a man riding a mammoth. Today, because of this genuine mammoth skin effigy, identified by myself as an authentic Neolithic object, I can confirm this hypothesis. Yukon forebears managed to tame mammoths. Prehistoric man uses little imagination. He draws what he sees and represents scenes from real life. This familiar day-to-day object is actually a children's toy. As we have seen, Yukon existence was inextricably linked to that of the mammoth. They used its skin for clothing and to make the roofs and walls of their houses. They used the tusks to build the frameworks of their homes, as well as weapons, tools, and jewelry. Curiously, the disappearance of the mammoth 12,000 years ago had no immediate effect on the Yuko's way of life. It seemed that for a long time after, the people maintained their strong bond with the mammoth through the centuries. As incredible as it may seem, the Yuko people have continued right up until the start of this century to feed themselves on mammoth meat and to use the skin for clothing and shelter. Their ivory craftwork industry is still flourishing. It would appear that to preserve ancestral customs, the Yukos learned how to exploit through the centuries the large number of frozen mammoth carcasses that were perfectly preserved in the ice of the Siberian tundra. They have been able to live mainly off this enormous freezer stock for almost 30 centuries. As plausible as this explanation may seem, it seems it is not enough for the scientific community who, I will confess, is greatly perplexed by the question. In the absence of acceptable scientific evidence, we have to make do with Yukon shaman artifacts. The research department that I have the honor to represent today lends no credence to the myths and legends that these tribal charlatans peddle. We have to take their stories at face value, mere tales to while away the long Siberian winter. The legend of the Siberian Ice Ark is a very good example. You are invited to find out for yourselves from the pamphlet that I had passed around to you. This legend would have us believe that today, somewhere on a lost island to the north of Syberia, there are living mammoths still in existence, a sort of hangover from the Ice Age. This small herd has been miraculously preserved for more than 120 centuries by the Yuko's tender care. And the island on which the pachyderms are said to live is called Syberia. My friends, I advise you to resist the temptation you may have to believe in this pish and tish. The island of Syberia is not charted on any map, and the idea that mammoths have survived to the 21st century is an idle scientist's pipe dream. The Yukos were sadly among the first victims of the colonization of continental Siberia led by the Russians in the 20th century. The Kolkhoz and Sovkhoz systems, as well as the exploitation, disdain, and humiliation the people had to suffer, marked a definitive break in the Yukoz's traditional lifestyle. And since the collapse of the communist regime, the Yuko population finds itself confronted with the same political and social upheavals that other Siberian communities are experiencing. There are two consequences to arise from this. Some Yukos have lost their tribal identity and have integrated into the Russian population. Others, however, have sought long and hard to re-establish links with their ancestral culture that was lost under the Soviet regime. Now, at the start of the 21st century, the last true surviving Yukos have gone to live on the vast territories of their ancestors. Nobody knows today where they live or how they survive. Their very existence would be a matter for speculation if they did not turn up periodically at the tundra's most isolated fur trading posts to exchange mammoth tusks for essential items. There ends my lecture for today. Thank you for being among us today, Miss Walker. Please make your way to the laboratory where you will find your mammoth doll. There are also photocopies of my lectures should you so require them.
What do you think? A nice, informative lecture? And I do agree, Kizzy. Let's burn those bridges to people who just bring us down and siphon energy from us. Okay, we're about to head off. I think this is the last bit of this section of the game. We can read that next time. Can start it off with that. All right, we need to open the wall as well somehow. unless it's opening automatically.
Everything okay?
Yes, Kate Walker. I am waiting to continue our journey.
Oscar, if you tell me one more...
Everything is ready.
I'll...
Nice. I do believe we need to do something here first, though. Yeah. Maybe we need to go off on the other side.
What are you doing there, Oscar?
It is imperative that we comply with railroad and customs regulations, Kate Walker.
Oscar, don't you think we could drop the trifling details once and for all?
We need an exit visa to get beyond the wall, Kate Walker.
And you wouldn't know where I could get one of them from, would you?
There is usually some form of authority stationed at a guard post that is strategically positioned to issue such a visa.
I don't suppose you can help me get this visa, then?
Your non-supposition is correct, Kate Walker.
Oscar, don't you think we've wasted enough...
You neglected to find the clockwork winding mechanism for the train with sufficient haste, Kate Walker.
What nerve! And you refused to lend a helping hand. Help that could have been invaluable to me.
I agree, Kate Walker.
If you weren't so obsessed by procedure, we wouldn't have had a hitch.
I am not entirely convinced, Kate Walker.
Oscar, please, let's get in the train and leave, can we?
Yes, Kate Walker. Give me the visa.
Okay, see...
Yes.
Did feel familiar.
Hello?
Kate! Oh, is that you? What's going on?
Well, I finally got the mechanical train wound, and I hope it's going to take me to Hans Vorarlberg. I had to sort things out with a couple of weirdo sailors, and they probably ripped me off. But now I'm blocked behind this massive wall. You should see it, it's huge.
I'm not talking about that. I want to know what's going on with Dan.
What do you mean?
I bumped into him at Maggie's do, and he said you'd argued.
That's a bit over the top. Things got a bit heated the last time we called, that's all. No need to go overboard.
I don't mean to be melodramatic, but he didn't seem in such great shape. He had his down in the dumps head on.
Like Dan has a down in the dumps head.
Well, yeah, when that shock of hair flops over his forehead and his eyes mist up and his eyebrows kind of creased together.
I'd never noticed. Maybe I did go a bit too far, but he's got such a goody two-shoes image of me that sometimes I just lose it. And this case is taking up a lot of headspace. I was just looking for a bit of compassion.
Well, you sure got mine. So, what's going down?
Like I said before, I'm kind of getting somewhere, but it's slow. This Hans Vorarlberg guy is getting more and more fascinating by the day.
Okay, well, anyway, it doesn't sound like you're bored. Not like back here in the office. Every day is boredom day. It's just no fun without you. When are you coming back?
Shouldn't be long, I hope. Look, I've got to go. See you soon.
Well, call us again real soon. And be easier on Dan next time, huh?
I'll try.
Feels like our friend here has some feelings for Dan.
Look, broken glasses. If they belong to the captain, then he sure has eye problems going by those lenses. I haven't got time to have a drink right now. I haven't got...
I haven't seen a captain, but she's talking about someone we haven't met yet, I guess. Behave, game. There we go. Total wasn't mentioned at all by Alexis. 99 and thereabout, yeah. Well, do enjoy whatever we're looking at here then. We're in the end of the second section of the game. We're currently looking for a visa to be able to travel through this gigantic wall that we're on top of. We own this, or we have this train here, and the wall is blocking us from getting through.
No point. It's locked.
And that is locked. That's not good. Yeah, pre-rendered is it's a really nice aesthetic and art design on this game, absolutely. And the music is really nice as well.
No point.
So we were up there just now. Even though we went into this door, we ended up the other side. Not really sure how that translates.
I wonder how that works.
Okay.
Oscar, can't you please forget about procedure just for once?
Your request is refused, Kate Walker.
I don't suppose you can help me get this...
Your non-supposition...
Do you realize, my good man, that as a lawyer charged with an important matter of inheritance, I could sue you for obstructing justice?
Kate Walker, we still need an exit visa in any case.
You do realize, don't you, Oscar, that by preventing me from continuing this journey, you are also depriving yourself of the opportunity to meet your creator,
I think
Hans
you should, Rosa.
Wahlberg.
Procedure requires an exit visa, Kate Walker.
God, I think I'm going crazy.
That is not a requirement, Kate Walker. Only an exit visa is necessary.
And Oscar here is our
Yes.
train engineer, but he also does all the other tasks because he's so bound to procedures. So before we left the first place, he required a ticket and an ownership of the train. He does seem not that difficult to deal with. I fully agree with that. So, how are we gonna... What do we need to do over here then? She's talking about the captain, but I haven't really seen any captain. We only have these two items on us at the moment. And I couldn't do anything with the wine glasses. Oh! He's melted in so well. So there is the
Good day
captain.
to you, sir.
How
did I miss him before? Maybe
Captain
I need glasses too.
Commander-in-Chief of the Barkstadt Border Post at your service, madam.
Hi, Salix. Silks, I mean, Salix. Sail-X. However we want, we should... I'm supposed to say it. Please do tell me if I'm getting any of that right. This is it. This is the end of the line. Correct. Welcome in. How are
I need
you?
a visa to cross the wall and to continue my journey to the east. They told me that you are the only person in a position to issue such a visa.
Indeed. This responsibility is part of my duties. However, I am not currently issuing visas because nobody must venture beyond the wall.
And why not?
It's far too dangerous, in particular for a lady of your standing who is traveling unescorted.
Dangerous? What exactly do you mean, Captain?
The enemy, miss. The enemy. I've been observing them for several years through my telescope. There's one particular horseman stationed yonder. He's a scout from the invading enemy army, and he's been spying on us. So I have to be extremely vigilant. He knows that I know he's there, you understand? And as long as I keep my eye on him, he won't dare try anything.
Are you sure?
Please, take a look for yourself.
I have.
Between the station aviary and this bleak wall, the change in atmosphere is radical, don't you think?
It's been a long time since I've been at liberty to judge, miss. My duties forbid me from abandoning my post.
How do you get
Don't
food
mind me
and
if I retire,
things
Captain.
Please,
to live
madam,
here?
my respects.
So he thinks it's a horseman from the enemy tribe, or the enemy. But when we look
How
into it...
strange. I can't see a Cossack horseman at all. There's just a dead tree in the middle of an empty plain. That poor captain must have really bad eyesight.
And we can see here that that is the horse and that is then the rider. Let's see if we can give him a glass of wine then.
Colonel, sir.
Captain.
I thought it was a captain, yeah.
But you have the air of a great officer.
You flatter me, miss. Unfortunately, I'm afraid that we frontier soldiers are often forgotten by the military administration.
There's no justice. I sympathize with you, Captain. Let us forget our worries for a moment and have a little drink together in the name of friendship.
It would be my pleasure, miss, but the regulations strictly forbid it.
Come on. A little glass of wine never hurt anybody, and nobody need know.
Wine, miss? You are putting me in a very delicate situation.
Don't deny yourself, Captain. Just a little glass. I assure you, it is excellent.
Well, perhaps just a drop.
It's a very proud man, the way he walks.
Here's your glass. To your good health, Captain.
And to yours, miss.
Maybe not take everything in one sip, my dear captain.
It's been a long time since I've drunk wine in such pleasant company. I admit, it is excellent.
Isn't it? You wouldn't think it came from Barkstadt. It is made from the Amazon forest Sauvignon grape that has been miraculously conserved and cultivated in the station garden.
Well, well, well. The university authorities kept that one to themselves.
You know, Captain, it is essential that I continue my journey eastwards.
Please
Okay,
don't even
Turpa,
think
thank
about
you
it.
for coming
As
in.
I've said, it's extremely
Have
dangerous.
a wonderful evening.
The enemy is spying
Hope
on us.
I'll see you again
Perhaps
in,
your Cossack
in
horseman
Sanna's,
isn't quite what you thought.
Discord and on
Perhaps
in her,
it's just
in
a
her channel
dead
later
tree
on.
twisted into a
And
strange
thank you very
shape.
much again for the
You should take another
subscription.
look.
It
You
means a
never
lot to
know.
me. Thank you, thank you, thank
Come
you.
on, Captain. Give it a try.
Have a
So
wonderful
be it.
evening.
I will make this concession to the fairer sex, miss. But it does seem to be quite ridiculous.
Oh, I missed what they were saying, but I think she just wanted him to look in the telescope, yeah. The enemy is gone.
Incredible. How is this possible? By what strange magic? How could I have been so wrong for so long? The enemy was only a tree. I'm so ashamed.
It's not that bad, Captain. It's only human to make mistakes after all.
A tree. Nothing but a dead
Good
tree.
evening, Piggy.
Pull
Welcome
yourself
in.
together, Captain.
How are you doing?
It's okay. And now I suppose there's nothing stopping you from issuing me a visa?
Yes, of course. There is no more danger. All these years. And now the Cossack has gone. There is nothing left to watch.
Captain, you should be delighted. From now on, you don't have to stay pinned to your watchtower. Travel can start up again normally. You will be able to resume your regular duties like issuing entrance and exit visas.
You are right. I will sign you a visa to cross the wall frontier immediately. 1,000 apologies. Here, miss.
Thank you very much, Captain. Authorization to cross the border. Document is authorizes the holder with belongings to pass through the border wall gate. Captain Malatesta, Gate Commander. Beyond the ramparts, conditions for journeys into the Eastern Territories are filled with uncertainty and reputed to be hazardous. As a consequence, the wall authorities cannot guarantee the physical safety of the traveler and decline all responsibility in the event of any incident.
Thank you, Captain. And keep your eyes open.
Miss, if we could keep this between ourselves, please. For the sake of my honor, you understand?
You have my promise, Captain.
Okay, we can finally get going. And then all the metallic steps and everything still reminds me so much of Resident Evil, as we talked about last time.
Ahoy there, fancy pants.
Thank you for saying hi to me, Piggy.
Oscar, can't you...
Yorick?
Okay.
Yes.
Oh. Oh.
Here is the visa. I hope it's regulation, my dear Oscar.
It is regulation. Here is your ticket.
Departing from Barokstadt. This ticket is valid for one person and should be presented at any official at the mechanical railway when so required.
Have a good journey, Kate Walker.
So, can we go now?
Indeed. We are already very late, Kate Walker.
And then the ticket to Oscar as well.
Here you go, Oscar.
Thank you, Kate Walker.
And he needs to look
Now,
at it
please
because he
return to your seat,
don't
Kate Walker.
Yes, Oscar.
think that we were the
Immediately,
ones.
Oscar.
Oh, it's so strange. He's such a strange automaton. There we go. We have completed the second phase, second part. It is strange though that this wall also had the winding functionality. Meaning it's only this train that would be able to get through it anyway. There's the close-up. Choo-choo. All aboard. All right, this area. Okay, let's save it there again and continue on Tuesday. With that, I thank you everyone for coming in. Thank you very much for the raids from Ree and from Josh. Very much appreciated. Thank you very much for taking your communities over. I had a wonderful stream today. We made huge progress, made the whole way through the second part. I didn't think it would go that fast, but we did it within one stream, and I'm very happy with that. I love the game still very much, and I very happy that you guys want to tag along and be with me on this journey again. And I hope you enjoy both the game and the streams as much as I do. But yeah, with that, I am saying good night for this one. I will be back on Tuesday, and I hope you will be there with me. If not, have a wonderful week ahead, and I will see you next time. Okay, bye bye. Have a wonderful time. Bye bye.